2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch 5 has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you see now, you see a lot of bigs are practicing shooting the three more than ever.
Yeah, even the younger centers. You think of Towns and Cousins and Embiid, as powerful as they are, they love to stay on that perimeter and shoot that three ball. So it's hard to stay on the floor right now if you can't shoot it.
Yes, you came into the league at the right time.
No, I would have made them revert back to
so you'd have a hard time getting off the bench these days, Shaq, because you didn't shoot the three ball well.
Shaq on the bench don't even sound right together. That's like peanut butter and tar.
That can be pretty tasty.
No, that doesn't sound right together, Ernie.
No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding, big fella. Wasn't it funny? Did you find that amusing?
You hurt my feelings, Ernie.
Did you hurt? Come on.
Don't talk
Give
to me
a
for
big
2 seconds. La 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 la.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. This homestand ends here for the Timberwolves as they get ready to hit the road. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, yeah, here's a team that some people doubted coming into the season. Obviously heard all the chatter, banded together, and now they've strung together some great wins.
And you know what? They've been on fire to start the year, so they deserve a lot of credit. We'll see if they can continue to rack up the wins going forward.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns has a different disposition than his predecessor and mentor, Kevin Garnett. The KG said of Cat, don't take the smile for weakness. He plays with another type of engine. What they do share, Kevin, is a true love for the game. Back to you.
Outstanding, D.A. Thank you. Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove, Clark. Did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as the season started?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Clock at 4, and it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Outside for Murray. The pass to Porter. And here's Jokic, covered by Wiggins. Jokic, no good. Wiggins drives in. Over Harris. And he overshot that one, missing. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Murray surveying the D. Puts it up from 7. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got the opening basket of the game for Denver.
That's what we call weight room there. I mean, Millsap's showing how strong he is finishing through contact.
T kicks to Wiggins. Left side, Towns. Back to Wiggins. Timberwolves passing it around. Puts it up from 15. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, Towns has such a nice, smooth-looking jumper, capitalizing from the mid-range there.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. With the teardrop. Minnesota with the rebound. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Here's Gibson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Paul Millsap picks one up. And Taj Gibson, 6'9", but his long arms help make him a big factor defensively, Clark.
Well, I think his defense has really been his value to teams. 2017-18, he had career highs in all his shooting percentages. This guy is just what you call a rock-solid two-way player.
The first free throw is good. And, Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
And he can't hit the second.
Taj Gibson provides what I think is really valuable wisdom and experience to his team, and he leads by example.
Fast break, Minnesota pushing it up. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist from Covington. Wiggins has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Now here's Murray. He had 13 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Now here's Covington following the miss by Jokic. Porter against Covington. Here's Towns, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Pass to Jokic to stop the run, and he sinks the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Teague. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the wing right side. In the corner, it's Harris. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Murray against Teague. Murray, good.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
For Minnesota, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Teague against Murray. And Teague, here we go. And it's sent back by Jokic. Teague against Murray. Great D that time from Teague. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. He kicks it to Towns. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
And the first one at the line is good. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
And Towns drops them both. And some other contenders, Clark and the West, are faltering. The window now seems to be opening wider for the Timberwolves as they march down this playoff road.
Yeah, they're closing in on it, Kevin. The window is a little wider, but you've got to walk through it, and right now they're still second tier.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Passes it to Covington. Towns against Jokic. Teague with a clean look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's Harris with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by one. And Jokic slams it in.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Washington. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think Denver, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the game.
And, you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Jokic with it, covered by Wiggins. Jokic against Towns. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Sharch has checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Millsap inside, covered by Sharch. Millsap. Sharch grabs the board. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Covington wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Murray against Teague. Harris kicks to Jokic. Left side, Porter shoots over Covington, and there's Porter on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got his first points of the night. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Gibson, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Denver. Now here's Sharch. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Outside Rose. Covington against Porter. Shot clock at 5. Pulls from the top of the key. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Covington's got 5 points so far. The Nuggets trail by 3. Outside Thomas. And there's the pass to Jokic. Inside, Millsap got a piece of it. Saric up top. Millsap covering. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Porter trying to free himself up. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Rose has got the ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Murray outside. Back to Millsap. From deep, Thomas. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap, Kevin, is he's relentless. There's no let up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
Timberwolves leading by 3. And stolen by Thomas. Lays it up and banks it in. Thomas got his first points in this one.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Jang finds Saric and slam dunk by Saric.
Gorgie Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Murray outside. Saric against Millsap. And stolen by Wiggins. Pass to Covington. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, Covington has blinding speed, and he makes good use of it in the fast break opportunities.
Thomas against Wiggins. Thomas passes to Porter. Here's Jokic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though, but sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Clark, you had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college, the pros. Actually was fortunate Herb Williams, a teammate of mine in college at Ohio State, was also with the Pacers when I got there. So that helped my transition immensely to have a friend, veteran guy in the league. He had been there a year before me, break me in, and then I had an opportunity to play a lot and show what I could do, but I attribute it to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
Now here's Thomas following the miss by Derrick Rose. Miles inside. He's covered by Dan. Thomas, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Jokic. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Thomas, good.
And, you know, the attitude of Thomas is aggressive and assertive, and he does not let good defense dissuade him.
Jones kicks to Rose. Shot from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside Thomas. Right wing. Jokic finds Plumlee. Over Jones. Plumlee, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Left side Jones. Pass to Saric. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Rose. Dang looking it over. Sharge inside. Working on Plumlee. The shot by Sharge, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Tries again. Here's Wiles. Can't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
Here's Thomas, following the score by Derrick Rose. And the basket by Thomas. Thomas got his third basket of the night.
No stopping Thomas there. He's so good at angling his body on these physical finishes.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Barton against Rose. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rose has got 8.
And Rose ready at the drop of a hat to make a big shot, big play with time running down.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and you know, that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Thomas and Barton are their backcourt. Wiles out there with Plumlee, and it's Hernangomez in at the 3. Now here's Barton. He had 16 points in the win against Milwaukee, but they recover it. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Hernangomez.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Deng kicks to Towns. The dish to Jones. Back to Towns. Over Plumlee. And it's Towns missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And the Denver Nuggets, look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's 4th best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Rose. And so he hits both. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Dang. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Towns. Over Plumlee. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice.
Now here's Teague after the miss from Mason Plumlee. Dang passes to Gibson, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Denver.
Gibson engaged and attacking on offense. When he's active like that, he draws the foul.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old-school game. Rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old school qualities as well.
Harris finds Plumlee.
Nice defense that time. The agility and length of Town, allowing him to clamp down on the shooter.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And so it's Minnesota with it. Denver able to drain the 3. T kicks to Towns. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Gibson's got 5 now.
You got to get a body on Gibson, because if you don't, he's relentless in attacking the offensive glass.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Now here's Dang. Hernan Gomez covering. Dang against Wiles. Dang passes to Gibson. 5 on the clock. Here's Jones. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And he recovers it. They get it back. The kick out to Dang. Teague surveying the D. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Wiles. And it's Jamal Murray in for Will Barton. The Nuggets trail by 8. Down low. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, you look at Paul Millsap, very versatile. I mean, he's thought of as a 4-man, but he can play the 3. He can also be a small ball 5, so I would call him like a 3.75, which gives you a lot of flexibility if you're coaching it.
Robert Covington's checked in for Minnesota. Goes up off the inbound. It's deflected.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. And Jeff Teague in 2017 signed a healthy $57 million contract to join the T-Wolves. They haven't scrimped in building this roster. I mean, they've been able to and willing to spend some money, and he's a key piece to the puzzle.
And Teague, a quality lead guard, but that position's so rich in talent now, it's almost hard to figure where a player like him stands anymore on that list.
In a different time, he might get himself into the all-star conversation, Kevin, but nothing wrong with being a really good player and a starting point guard that doesn't become an all-star. And he does have that big contract to validate his value.
Now here's Murray. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. On the wing, Porter. Defended by Covington. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Porter. Outside Teague. Towns wide open in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
On the wing, Porter shoots over Covington, and too long on the shot.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And Michael Porter, he has the natural attributes of an elite scorer.
He's got incredibly deep range. You can see that all the way back in high school. Almost automatic from mid-range. And as he adds strength, he'll become a force inside as well.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Now here's Wiggins. He had 31 points in the win against Memphis. Outside Teague. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Gomez kicks to Murray. Harris against Wiggins. It's Porter outside. The rebound by Gibson. Timberwolves leading by 5. Wiggins surveying the floor. Right wing. Here's Teague. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Clock at 4. Here's Gibson. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Porter dishes to Harris. With some arc. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's stolen by Gomez. 13 feet away. And there's Porter on the assist by Millsap. Porter's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Teague finds Gibson. Back to Teague. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Well, I think the key was the determination and grit and toughness they played with. You got to be focused to do that, and they were.
On the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Rose, he's checked in for Teague. And then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Gomez. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Harris. Jang with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Here's Wiggins. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, what a strong finisher Wiggins is. Try to get physical with him, and he powers right through you.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Sharge checked in for the Timberwolves.
One shot.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
No good with the wing jumper. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. 6-point game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And another miss by Denver. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Porter, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
And Zhang kicks to Wiggins. Back to Zhang. Dishes to Wiggins. Charge has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Charge has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
And the shot goes in.
And, you know, right there, very aggressive inside. Thomas keeps the defense guessing.
Timberwolves leading by 5. And here's Rose. He's got 8. Covington with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Murray against Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Rose. Jacks up a 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Murray, the pass to Millsap. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
First one falls for him.
Šarić, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player. You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Thomas dishes to Millsap. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. Murray against Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Here's Millsap. Count that one. Millsap's got 4 this quarter. With Šarić and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. And I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Wiggins against Murray. Three-pointer, Barton. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Thomas kicks to Murray. Jokic with it. 12 points for him. Back to Murray. Thomas against Rose. No good with the triple. Timberwolves leading by 7. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Jokic. Got that one up quick. Jokic has got 14.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Minnesota on top. They lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after 1 half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. 3rd quarter, just about ready to begin.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And it's Harris with the ball for Denver, trailing by 5. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Taj Gibson is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jang in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Now here's Millsap, just 5 to shoot. Harris finds Millsap. The tray. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets. Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Gibson up top. Millsap covering. Fires for 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Minnesota. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Nuggets, a game behind.
And I think for Minnesota, you know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
And what'll be interesting to me is to see if they can keep it up. I mean, but you're right. It's very early in the season.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly, and they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgui Dieng. And Nikola Jokic, boy, the addition of that three-point shot, Clark, has really opened up things for his offense.
Without question, Kevin. Already a great passer. Now that he can stretch the defense, the passing lanes become wider for him. Also, the driving lanes open up for his teammates. So very difficult to take away everything when Jokic is knocking down perimeter shots.
Now here's Murray. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, Millsap passes to Murray. Millsap kicks to Jokic. To the middle for the tie. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Passes to Gibson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Now here's Teague. From outside, off the mark.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. Well, they're looking for their rhythm right now.
Porter passes to Murray. Feeds it to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Millsap's got 10 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Wiggins. 9 points in the game so far. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Murray dishes to Porter. For the lead, Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Towns. The teardrop falls in. 13 points in the game.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
The Nuggets trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Towns against Jokic. Harris outside. Back to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Harris's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Millsap. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Nice shot that time with the defender right in his mug. Millsap doing everything he can to get that shot away clean.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Murray. For the lead. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Well, last season the Wolves ended a 14-year playoff drought. It was the longest in the association. And they did it in dramatic fashion, a winner-take-all overtime victory in the final game of the season against the Nuggets. I actually watched that game, and it was worth staying up late for.
Here's Towns. Misses off the left iron. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Harris looking it over. He kicks it to Plumlee. And there's the pass to Lyles. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4. And if the regular season brought encouragement for the Wolves, Clark, the postseason showed us just how far they've got.
That's exactly in the first round win. The Rockets were a hard matchup for them, but there's a big difference between being a playoff team and a title contending team.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, putting up about 22 points per, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Now here's Jones. Back to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins, guarded by Harris. Can they get it? And it's Wiggins missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And it's good for 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Dang. Towns finds Dang. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Dang's got his second bucket tonight. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 17-5 run. Thomas against Gibson. Lyles passes to Harris. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Lyles. Lyles got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Dang gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. Denver leading by 9. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Dang bringing it up for Minnesota. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now.
And let's go back to their place in terms of the assists. Cracking into the top 5 for me is an illustration of the cohesiveness with which they play offensively. No doubt this team's on the same page.
Now here's Gibson, and it's in off the backboard. Gibson's got 7 points.
A competent score from the mid-range. Actually, it may be his best part of his game. Gibson's solid at recognizing when that shot's available.
Down low. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Hernan Gomez, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. 8 points for him.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
Jones kicks to Gibson. He feeds it to Wiggins. Over Harris. No good off the back of the rim. Denver leading by 10. Here's Lyles. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Drawing contact on the dribble drive there. Wiggins with the quick first step, forcing the issue offensively, and as a result, draws the foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
And he can't get the first one. And the Denver Nuggets, this is a team, Clark, that's slowly building for the future.
46 wins last season, Kevin. The most they'd had in 5 years, coming up just 6 points short of making the playoffs. This is a team that's hungry, and they're starting to believe in themselves, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Saric comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jones.
You know, you think about Wiggins, drafted number 1 overall a few years ago. So many high expectations, and to be fair and honest, he's met most of them.
The kick out to Barton. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Fifth, the Timberwolves.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Rose in the post. He's guarded by Thomas. Count it. Good. That's 10 points for Rose.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Thomas kicks to Harris. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with the rebound.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
It's Barton on the wing. The feed to Plumlee. Banked in off the glass. Plumlee's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
Rose against Thomas. Pass to Lyles. Just 5 on the clock. Nice D from Dang. Timberwolves trail by 9. It's tipped. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Jokic is checked in. Now here's Saric. He's got 9. A three-pointer. Wiggins.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Thomas against Rose. Thomas finds Jokic. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timberwolves shooting 41% for the game. Passes it to Towns. Barton against Wiggins. Here's Towns. Buries it down low. Towns has got 5 points in the quarter.
Great night for Towns. Can hurt you from any spot on the floor.
Wiggins against Barton. the pass to Lyles. And the three off target. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 9-point game.
So tenacious in the open floor. Give Wiggins some room to run, and he takes advantage of it.
Now here's Thomas. 8 points for him. Pass to Jokic. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. Thomas passes to Lyles. Clock at 6. Back to Thomas. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Lyles. And it's Jamal Murray in for Thomas. Rose against Barton. Outside Rose. Open and close and nails it. Rose has got 14 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. The baseline J off the mark. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Now here's Rose. Back to Towns. Pass to Covington. 6 to shoot. Here's Sharch. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Barton right side. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Barton's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nuggets.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
Feeds it to Towns. That one drops for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Second chance shot, and Jokic lays it up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
Towns with the bucket.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Barton kicks to Jokic. Pass to Porter. Towns with the steal. Right side Teague. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Murray's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Porter, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And great with Michael Porter, combining the length, athleticism, and scoring ability. He's a rare prospect.
I mean, in high school, he was the #1 prospect on a lot of people's lists. Had the back injury in his only year of college, but everyone knew what he could do when given the chance.
First free throw is good.
This Denver Nuggets team was really superb offensively. 6th in the league in points, and they did it with a fun style to watch.
And Porter drops them both. And watching the Nuggets last year, really one of the most entertaining teams in the league.
Well, the faster pace, I think, a big part of that, Kevin, especially around mid-year when they really committed to playing faster. They've got a lot of young, exciting players, which leads to exciting plays, and that's really what the fans like to see.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Rose. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Right wing. Towns against Jokic. Millsap left side. Over Saric. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. 14 points for Millsap.
There's no D for that. I mean, Millsap doesn't get distracted easily. Superb at knocking down difficult jumpers.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
So it's Denver again turning it over. Here's Barton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
That free throw good from Barton.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Both free throws good from Barton. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now Rose. Now the pass to Teague. Back to Rose. And Gibson kicks to Towns. And no good that time. Good defense by Jokic. Here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Minnesota calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin will see if they have enough to get it done.
Outside Porter. A second chance effort. Jokic trying to free himself up, and Barton finishes inside. Barton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets. They get a hand on it. Teague finds Towns. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
One shot.
Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat. Only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in a season.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year. He became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability for his size is remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
Here's Murray following the score by Taj Gibson. In the corner, it's Harris. There's the triple. That one, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. It's Covington on the wing. That three off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 6-point lead.
Hoop and harm for Millsap there. Terrific body control and concentration.
And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court, and obviously one heck of a player.
You know, over time, Millsap has added different things to his game. And you know what I like about him most is he quietly goes about his business in a professional manner.
Now here's Towns. There's the three. Drops in the tray. Towns has got 16 here in the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Over Gibson. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Boy, it's fun to watch when Murray gets into a groove, guys. An astonishingly good score pretty much from anywhere.
It's stolen by Harris. And it goes down 2 points. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. T kicks to Towns. Rose surveying the D. Teague the pass to Towns. 5 on the clock. Gibson. And it's Denver with the rebound. Millsap's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Jokic finds Porter. Shoots over Covington. Porter, no luck.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And the Denver Nuggets probably would have made the playoffs last year if their defense, Clark, had performed as well as their offense.
Well, simply put, dead last in opponent's field goal percentage. Very few teams with that stat ever make the playoffs. Some of it's perhaps scheme, but most of the time it's about attitude and effort. and personnel. That's not going to get it done in the robust and tough West.
Free throw good. Porter. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jeff T. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Denver. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves trail by 12. Now here's Rose. He feeds it to Towns. Over Jokic. Off the left rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now here's Millsap following the miss by Jokic. And he gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Thomas against Rose. Thomas kicks to Millsap. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Here's Rose. Here's Wiggins. A beautiful reverse layup.
Able to finish through contact there, Kevin. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
Thomas against Rose. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got his third assist on the night.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out. He's doing it.
Now here's Towns. The putback stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Harris dishes to Porter. And here is Thomas. Harris passes to Thomas.
Well, Isaiah Thomas met with a lot of teams in free agency before deciding on the Nuggets, and it just wasn't a great market for IT after coming off such a rough season. Had to settle for a short-term deal to show he could still be an impact player.
Free throw good, Thomas. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good from Gibson. The Nuggets leading by 14. Thomas kicks to Millsap. Pass to Harris. Back to Millsap. Poke loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Adding layers to his game over time. The more Wiggins looks to score inside, the more versatile he'll become.
Right side, Millsap. Wide open look. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Millsap's got 19 points.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Now, here's Rose. And it's sent back by Millsap. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Jokic finds Thomas. The kick out to Porter from outside the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all three levels.
Now Rose, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Here's Towns. They get it again.
He's smart on the defensive end now. Millsap, very impressive. That IQ he has on defense, recognizes the move and then closes the airspace.
Thomas passes to Jokic. Back to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 14 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Jokic.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Outside, Towns. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that three when he's got some daylight.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. He's feeling it. Thomas, no good. Rose against Thomas. Here's the teardrop. And Wiggins with the layup.
Surveying the defense, Wiggins makes a good decision. Little floater over the top. That was the ideal shot for that circumstance.
Thomas with the ball. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.